Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Lorville here. I want to do a movie review on a movie I just recently saw. It's called Hitchcock. Now, this movie is a little known film. Not a lot of people really went to the theater to watch it. Not a lot of people spend time to watch it because most people now, or the generation of today, don't know a lot about Alfred Hitchcock and really aren't that interested. But let me tell you something about this film. This film had some of the best actors of our time. Okay, Anthony Hopkins playing Alfred Hitchcock. Sure, I'll give you this. It's a little hard to wrap your mind around the first 5 minutes. You see Anthony Hopkins, dolled up like the heavily set Alfred Hitchcock. It's a little tough at first when you know the actor. However, such a quality performance by him draws you in and you start to really believe this man is Hitchcock. Now, of course, we've got Helen Mirren, who plays the great Alfred Hitchcock's wife, who really supported Alfred Hitchcock through his entire movie career and really helped him produce the movie Psycho to where it is today. In fact, the music in Psycho was because of Alfred's wife. If it wasn't Hitch's wife, there would never have been that type of music that drew the audience in and put the fear into that film. Now, this, of course, is played by such a quality actress. I mean, one of my all-time favorites. If she isn't one of the greatest actresses of our time, if not the greatest actress of all time, I don't know who is. She knocked it out of the park again. I watched this, and there's a scene in Hitchcock where she addresses Alfred Hitchcock and takes about a 2 or 3 minute speech that just tears him a brand new asshole. And after that speech, if you don't realize that this woman is the greatest actress of our time, it is an incredible 3 minute speech. In fact, when she's done, you literally breathe out in exhaustion. You're like, holy man, now that is acting. And that's what went through my head in those 3 minutes. This whole movie, I don't want to ruin it for you, but really it's just a biopic of Psycho, the movie Psycho. Now, Hitchcock wasn't allowed to do this movie by the movie studios. They didn't want to give it to him, so he literally believed so much in this film that he was willing to put up everything he owned, $800,000 that he plunged into this film to make it because he believed so much in the movie Psycho. Now, this tells you the entire story of Psycho. You got Johansson as Janet Leigh. I don't know if you guys know who Janet Leigh is, but of course, she was married to Tony Curtis, and Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh had a daughter, a very famous daughter that you may recall in a little spooky film called Halloween. That's right, Jamie Lee Curtis. And of course, that's the mom who is in the shower scene, the famous shower scene. That's Jamie Lee Curtis's mom. Now, this is strictly not a biography of Hitchcock, so you're not going to get from the beginning to the end. This isn't one of those snooze fests that tells you a story that you're not interested in. This is really just a small biopic on the film Psycho, and it happens to involve the director, the wife, and all the characters that portrayed in this film that really made this film work. Hitchcock is a brilliant director. If you don't watch this film, you won't get an insight to how wonderful those times were in the movie making history. Join them, watch this film, rent it, do whatever you can, and realize that you are watching one of the premier actors of our time, like a whole slew of premier actors, just plying their trade and showing you what real acting is. You're going to like the story. My daughter, 17 years old, loved it. She thought it was fantastic. She laughed. She thought it was a wonderful film. And when Helen Mirren finished that speech, she literally said this: "Damn, Dad, holy." I'll tell you something. You got to watch. You got to pick this up. Now, the movie Psycho, whether you know this or not, is based on the Ed Gein story. Ed Gein was a murderer, a guy who loved his mom so much that couldn't bear to live without her. And when his mom died, he literally went and got her dug up her grave, brought her back home, and kept her there. Ed Gein was a little psychopath. And someone wrote a movie. They wrote it, and they called it Psycho. And, of course, that's when Hitchcock saw this book and said, that's my next film. Now, go out, check it out. It's going to be available to you on DVD. It must be at the rental places now for you. Go see Hitchcock. Support the people who can produce great films. And if you don't do that, how can you possibly expect them to keep making films like this kind of movie that are really well worth it? I mean, blood, guts, and gore is one thing. Explosions is another. Car chases is another. But really, the reality is acting is what it's all about. And if you can go and see Hitchcock, you will then appreciate what real thespians do. These people deserve a fucking applause. Well done. I'm Lorville. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, thumbs up, do whatever. Share it on Facebook. Keep watching because I'm going to also be producing more of these videos if people like them. Give me a movie to watch. I'll give you a review on it. Very happy to do it for you. Just let me know which movies you'd like me to watch and talk about. I'd be happy to be part of that. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a great day.